Hello and welcome to Pock and Rop. Today's video is part 3 of the ongoing series where my son, who is also known as FoxEatingNintendo,
hello,
are running through our top 100 songs of all time. We have already covered from 100 down to 81, so this video will be the next 10. As we've said before, we don't go into the granular detail of this song is one better than the other. We do it in batches of 10, and this is the grouping from 80 down to 71. Before we go into this, I'll just remind you to like the video, hit the subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications of future content. So I went first last time, so I think it's over to you to go first this time, Joel.
So my first track is 2002 by Anne-Marie.
Yeah, I know this song quite well because, like several others in the previous videos, I've gigged this. I've played the bass on this.
He's gigged probably 90% of the songs in his and about 10% of the ones in mine.
You might be right. I don't think it's 90% of mine, but it's probably a good half of them. I like 2002. I think it's quite an enjoyable song. My first from this batch is a Kinks song. Now, I had the Kinks song Waterloo Sunset in my last batch of 10. This I obviously rate higher. It's dedicated follower of fashion. This I just think is a great fun song. The whole call and response thing of "Oh yes he is,"
Oh yes he
and
is.
as my mum used to say, who was a young woman when this song was out in the 60s, before she got married to my dad, but in the dance halls they used to shout back, "Oh no he ain't." And I, as Joel has already intimated, I've gigged a lot of the songs in this list, and this is one of them. I've played this at a wedding. And dedicated follower of fashion is just great fun.
My next song is called Save Your Tears by The Weeknd.
Gosh, that's modern. Do I know it?
Yes.
Are you sure? Because I can't recall any of that.
It's in a CD you made for me.
You have to sing a bit.
Save your tears for another day.
I do know it. Yes.
Do, 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 do.
Actually, I quite like that song, yeah. Yeah, it's quite good, actually. I'm listening at the moment to quite a lot of new stuff, and The Weeknd has a new album out in 2022. It came out at the beginning of the year called Dawn FM. I've listened to a bit of it. I haven't listened to all of it yet, but he's quite an impressive artist, The Weeknd. My next pick is a song by a band I'm particularly fond of, and Joel's probably going to pull a face. It's Iron Maiden, and it's 2 minutes to midnight. It's just glorious 6-minute song about...
But it should be a 2-minute song.
No, it shouldn't. It's about...
Yes, it should be.
It's about the doomsday clock and the fact that it moved... I think the furthest it ever got to is 2 minutes to midnight, where midnight basically means the end of the world. Cheerful, isn't it?
Wow.
But it's a great Iron Maiden track, and it's a great heavy metal track. I adore 2 minutes to midnight.
So, my next song, Dad hates.
Right. Oh yeah, I can see what it is.
Seagulls, Stop It Now by Bad Lip Reading. I think it's
Awful.
very funny. It's very
Oh,
funny.
proper terrible.
It's funny.
I liked the line, "One day when you are older, you may get hit by a boulder." That's quite funny.
Then when
But the
you're
rest of-
lying, shouting, "Come help me, please," the seagulls poke your knees.
It's awful.
It's amazing.
No, it's just... It's hot garbage. It's
No,
awful.
it's very funny.
My next pick is good. It's from The Smiths and the album The Queen is Dead. It is There Is a Light That Never Goes Out. The single that they released to promote Best 2, but wasn't released as a single from the original album, which it really should have been. It's an absolutely great track.
So, my next song Dad does like.
Mm-hmm.
And it is Unintended by Muse.
I'm claiming that because I do a series of CDs which we've been doing on our podcast, Generation Mix, and we've done the Muse one that I did for you, and I put Unintended on it, and you really like that song. Clearly, it's in your top 100. So from the Showbiz album, their debut album,
Yeah.
It's a good song, Unintended. It's not in my top 100. My next pick is an old American song that was done on the soundtrack to Oh Brother Where Art Thou by Alison Krauss, and it is Down in the River. It's an old gospel spiritual.
Sisters, let's
Yeah.
go down. Let's
Gorgeous.
go
She sings
down.
beautifully. I think Alison Krauss has got one of the best voices in music still recording. I think there's a purity in her tone, almost like Ava Cassidy, which we talked about in the previous video. But Alison Krauss's cover of Down to the River is just beautiful. Really sublime.
My next track is Different World by Alan Walker and Sophia Carson.
It's all right.
Rude.
It's all right. You did it on a...
On a bonus episode.
You did the whole album on a bonus episode, and it wasn't bad. It just wasn't wonderful. It's all right.
Yeah. Okay.
My next pick has taken on a life outside of music because it has become a football chant. And it's Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond.
But.
It's a perfect song, actually. It's just...
It's not perfect.
It is. It's got an absolutely cracking verse. It's got an absolutely supreme chorus. It's just a shame that it's now part of the setup for the England football team. Because it, in my view, diminishes the song ever so slightly. But I still
awful
like
Sweet
Caroline.
awful singers shouting at the top of their lungs.
That's true. But it's still an absolutely great song.
So, my next track is from a video game.
Yup.
It's a video game you don't dislike. You've never played it. You've always said it
You
looks
have made
okay.
me play it.
No, I haven't.
I played it once. Once was enough.
Maybe Ruth made you play it.
You did. Won't you tell
I made you
people
play
what...
Smash Bros.
You made me play this. Are you going to tell the people what it is, John?
It's Splatoon. The original thing. Yeah. Because it's
There's a
very
manga
good.
of
I love it.
Splatoon as well.
Yeah, and I want it.
To be honest, I cannot place this tune whatsoever. An instrumental really has to stand out for it to go into your brain, to be honest, and this doesn't. Thank you. My next is an absolute rock classic by Derek and the Dominoes. It's Layla. So Layla is a song of literally two parts. The first part is the well-known bit with the guitar riff and all the lyrics. And that's not my favourite part of the song. My favourite part of the song is the extended instrumental section of like 4 minutes at the end, which at one point I didn't like. But as I've got older, that bit has got so much better. So what I was just saying about an instrumental really needs to hook in and bury into your brain to last. The instrumental section of Layla does that.
My next track I haven't listened to in a while.
Right.
And it's High Hopes by Panic at the Disco.
As in, gotta have high
Yeah.
hopes. Okay. I do know that. It's all right.
It was on a holiday CD or something.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I liked it. You picked it for a holiday CD.
And also the music video is quite fun because it's a guy walking up the side of a building. Because the top of the building is his high hope, and
Right,
he's
okay.
trying to prove himself to everyone else.
It's perfectly fine. It's a decent enough song. My next pick is a classic again. This is the first appearance of this artist on my list. It will not be the last. It's Daytripper by the Beatles. Now, I have not gigged this one, but I do play the bass riff of this as part of my warm-up routine when I'm playing bass almost anywhere. It's just a natural progression for me to warm my fingers up.
Yeah.
Daytripper.
My next song is by Green Day.
Okay, I really like Green Day. So
it's definitely
it's
not
gotta
the
be a good choice.
last song of Green Day that will be coming.
Okay.
And it is Saint Jimmy from the American Idiot album.
For me, one of the lesser tracks on the album, and the album's got many great songs.
He can't claim credit because the sweary songs he didn't put on the
You're
thing.
right.
So I listened to it in my own time.
I am going to claim credit because he wouldn't listen to Green Day if I hadn't done him down his introduction CD.
No.
It
Yeah, but you didn't
counts.
put it on because it's a sweary song.
But it led to you liking the tracks from American Idiot and therefore buying it and hearing it for yourself. But yes, I did not put it on the CD because it's a sweary song.
Doesn't count.
My next song is another rock classic from the album of the same name by the Eagles. It's Hotel California. Now, I am by no means an Eagles fan. There's a lot of the stuff I don't particularly like, but Hotel California is a notably strong exception. Great guitar work. Lyrics are great fun. The chorus is superb. And it's Hotel California.
It's the perfect song to sing if you're being chased by a guy with a big sword.
What?
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi what?
And the Legend of the Ten Rings. Marvel film.
Yeah. I still
That's
don't
what Awkwafina does. To distract one of the people chasing her with a sword.
Oh, okay. Yes, I know what you mean now.
Yeah.
It's just a good song. Hotel California.
My next track is by Natalia Kills, who I don't know any of her other songs.
Who?
That's what when I first heard this song, I was like that. And it's Devils Don't Fly.
This, I know, used to be your number one song of all time, didn't it?
Yeah, it was. I talked about it with you last time we went abroad, I think. Because I smashed my watch whilst I was singing it at you.
Okay. Well, this is clearly plummeted down your list of favourite songs. It's interesting, actually, that your list is going to be seriously in flux over several years.
Yeah, there's already several things that I cut out of the last 2 bits of 10 and songs that I put in that I've discovered.
Given how long I've been listening to music, I think mine has the top end has certainly coalesced and stratified and become quite static over the last 10, 15 years or so.
Yeah.
So that's a reflection. It's only been a couple of years that song's gone from being your favourite to in the 70s. You know what? It'll probably drop out in the next year or so. My next pick is probably my favourite Christian worship song. I think this song is a modern hymn. It's that timeless. It's How Great Is Our God by Chris Tomlin. I've seen this song work in so many different church contexts, and it's absolutely, in my view, the best worship song of the last 20 years. Your final pick then, Joel, from this batch of 10?
Taylor Swift, Bad Blood.
From the album 1989.
Yeah.
Great song. I really like Bad Blood. Her version isn't my favourite. I think I prefer the one that's done by the Postmodern Jukebox, where it becomes really quite good fun as well. But do you know who this is about?
No.
This is about Katy Perry. They were friends, they fell out, and Taylor Swift felt that Katy Perry was disrespectful to her, I think, in the press and stuff like that, and so she ended up writing a revenge song. Band-Aids don't fix bullet holes, you say sorry just for show. What
does it mean by, like, you hit me where I'm weak? And I couldn't breathe, and still got scars in my back from your knife.
It's all about, well, the scars in the back thing is about being stabbed in the back by somebody.
Backstabbed.
Yeah, it's quite a angry song actually, Bad Blood, but it's a good song. My final pick for this list of 10 is a 1979 number one hit single by the Boomtown Rats. It's I Don't Like Mondays.
Tell me why.
No, I just like the song. That's why.
Tell me why.
Oh, I don't like Mondays.
Tell me why.
Thank you. Yes. Amazing song. It's a horrible subject, though. Do you know what it's about?
No.
School shooting. That took place in America. And when they asked the girl why she'd done what she'd done, her response was, I don't like Mondays. This got banned in America. No, Teenagers is about
school stabbings?
Yes.
Okay.
But this is actually about a school shooting where she killed 3 people. It's a dark song, really, when you think about it. But it's an amazing song. Because they consider it to be in poor taste. That Bob Geldof wrote a song about it. So, that concludes our next batch of 10 songs, the ones that occur in the 70s. Thank you very much for watching. I'll just remind you to like, subscribe and hit the bell. If you want to, head over to Joel's channel, Fox Eating Nintendo.
For very, 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 very irregular content uploads.
If you would like some more regular content, but of an audio variety, my son and I do a podcast called Generation Mix. We are coming to the midway point of season 2 of that. It's a podcast all about music, where I've made these CDs for him and we see what he thinks of them. But just once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in a week.